Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your March 2023 General Tarot reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. They really do help to get my message out to more people. All right, so let's see what we have here. Pick spirit, use your mind wisely, and cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life forces. Okay, so whenever I see this, I always, that old saying, dating myself a little bit, when pigs fly, it's kind of a little bit of that energy by, using your mind wisely, but it's almost like imagining, the biggest thing that it is that you are wanting. It's kind of like going out there really wild, as wild as a pig flying, right? And understanding that perhaps by cleansing your mind, it says cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. I feel like there's almost like this energy of really either spending time in or around water, or even grounding exercises, saging your house, whatever it is that you use to kind of like cleanse the energies around you, because I feel like you have this great amount of energy coming in to take some idea from, a pig walking around on the ground to flying, like taking your idea. You may feel like your idea is just a little bit too far out there, right? So you're not taking action on it, but it's almost as if you step into this energy of cleansing, of cleansing all of the doubt, of cleansing all of the burdens, of taking a look at this from a very kind of like inspirational, imaginative energy, that you're going to see how this really idea can take off. Yeah, so it's interesting because you have peace and then you have indecision on the bottom. Look at the energy with these two cards right there, right? Just this energy of finding this peaceful place within yourself. Because I feel like with the indecision card, it's almost like you're up in your head too much about it as far as why something can't work, instead of kind of like getting into that peaceful state, dreaming, almost like dreaming it into reality. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. We're going to take a look at your present energy, your area of resistance or your obstacle, and then the next step, the advice from Spirit about the next best step for you to take. So let's first take a look. Yeah. Okay. So Leo, you have the victim mentality and the Eight of Swords. Just not having any confidence in yourself, in this idea, in what it is that you want to do. You may be even kind of like, not, look, both of these have their heads down. It's kind of like, okay, I don't even want to think about any solutions or any positivity. You could be even there saying, Mary Sue, I don't want to hear, any positive messages. I'm I'm down in the dumps, And so there is this energy of the healer of the ages coming in, helping to heal this energy, helping you to cleanse away, that negative energy, to really perhaps step into doing some spiritual habits on a daily basis that will help you to keep your energy high. Okay, so some of the things that I do, you can meditate, but I love taking walks in nature, barefoot if you can, sitting outside barefoot, spending time either in or around water, listening to the birds, watching wildlife when you can. There's also, talking to perhaps the birds or your animal spirits that you see. There's a lot of squirrels where I live. And, I just kind of like have conversations with them sometimes. And it's about understanding that the things that you do on a daily basis, that help to eliminate negative energy, are really important, because I feel like with this, you've taken on a lot of negative energy because of the situations perhaps that are working out in your life. Okay, so you could have situations at work that are depleting you. You could have personal situations that are depleting you. You could have a health issue that is depleting you. It's almost like it's not just one area. And so it's kind of like, yeah, I just just in a very kind of an energy where it's almost like you don't even want to think of anything positive. I really do feel like there is a message here. It's time to take a look at those daily things that you are doing to help increase your energy vibration. Turning on music that you like and dancing, having enjoyable time with people that bring you up and not bring you down. You could have people around you right now that just really need you. You could have family members that are sick or going through difficult times, and you just feel like, oh my goodness, there's nothing. It's almost an energy of there's very little that you feel like is at this time positive, perhaps. So I do send you much love and hugs, because I feel like this is a difficult energy, and I feel like it's been going on for some time. You're reassessing the situation because it's just like going on for some time, especially if it's like a personal situation or a career where it's kind of like I keep thinking it's going to get better, but it doesn't. So let's see what we have here. Yeah. So I feel like you want to walk away, There's this energy where you really want to walk away, and yet at the same time you may feel obligated to stay in this situation. But it's like, okay, what are you learning? Okay? When we have our head down like this, it is about having the energy, perhaps, or having a conversation, like perhaps, seeking out a counselor or a therapist or somebody that you can talk to about, okay, well, this is a difficult situation. What can you gain out of it, right? What is the good? Sometimes when we're going through those difficult times, you could have even had a couple of tower moments, because I feel like it's really significant that you have these two cards. And it's about, okay, what is good? It's almost as if, what is good? What is working in my life? Because you could be concentrating on what isn't working. So asking yourself, what isn't working, right? Because, yeah, you have the Five of Pentacles. Almost as if you thought something good was going to come, like there was a lot, like you lost your job, and maybe, somebody in your family got sick, but then you thought you were going to get this really good job or something good was going to come out of it, but nothing is coming right now, right? And so it's kind of like, I feel like a little bit of, you could be losing a little bit of hope that things are going to turn around. Yeah, so let's see what your obstacle is. Ace of Wands, yeah, rest and rejuvenation, present power. There is something here. So Leo, whatever is going on, I really feel like you're being called to really take good care of yourself at this time. Ask others for help. Ask them to come in and help you in whatever way they can. If you can get away for just even a couple of hours and go sit somewhere that's really peaceful, right? Or perhaps, go do something fun. That would be even better, right? Do something that'll raise your vibration, kind of almost, I don't want to say escape, what is going on in your life, but it's almost kind of like, okay, go do something that is enjoyable. Put this on hold. This is going to be here when you get back, that type of energy, because it's time for you to step into your power, to get inspired, to get some direction within yourself. Where is it you want to go, right? What is it that you want to create in your life? Because this energy is preventing you from even kind of imagining new things are on the horizon. I feel like some of you could be, it's really interesting because I feel like the fire signs right now are struggling with this. right? That you could feel like you're in a situation that you can't get out of, unless pigs fly, right? And the pigs aren't going to fly anytime soon. So I'm just kind of stuck here. So I'm just going to sit here. And it's kind of like, okay, how can you get inspired? Remember, purification activates vibrant life force. It's almost as if you have to clean out the negative energy as much as you can, raise your vibration so you can step back into your power. Here you are. This is your energy. Step back into your power and get kind of, revved up for a new start in something, in your career, in your life, in a relationship. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. And then we're going to take a look at your next step. Yeah. Hierophant, 2 of Wands. For some of you, it could be the end of, a relationship, a romantic relationship, or, kind of like walking away from a family, an institution, a country, a government, a religion. There's something about, okay, this is not going to change. So I have to make the change. There's that energy here of understanding it's time to figure out what it is that you want, right? And to go forward. And, you can either look at what you are losing, okay? Or you can look at what it is that you would like to gain, difficult. So let's see what the advice is here. First chakra. So this is that grounding energy, really and truly grounding yourself, spending time in nature, barefoot if possible, depending on your weather. It really, eating root vegetables, okay? Anything that grows in the ground, wearing red, those are some types of things, but it's also about building your own sense of safety and security. The root chakra is all about safety and security. I feel like you feel like you're tied to a certain situation because of your financial or physical, mental, emotional safety and security. It's asking yourself, okay, what is depleting me here, and how can I move away from it? What is it that I want to move towards? Instead of perhaps asking yourself, okay, what am I trying to get away from? It's kind of maybe switching it, thinking bigger picture. What is it I want to move towards? Because when we're thinking about what we want to get away from, we just attract more of that in. So it's maybe an energy of instead looking at what is it that you want to attract in. Yeah. And believing that you can attract it in. That's part of it. Just understanding you can manifest what it is that you want. You can't manifest anything that's going to harm other people or anything like that, but it is that energy of manifesting from a very positive state. Not manifesting, I want out of this situation, manifesting instead where it is that you want to go. Yeah, I think you are. You're going in a new direction. You see, you have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. The biggest burden you have here is that you've put so much time and energy into a relationship or a situation. So it's kind of like, okay, the good news is I can get a fresh start. I can move closer to what it is. Oh, look at this. 4 of Wands, the High Priestess, yeah, the 10 of Cups. The good news is I'm moving in a different direction. I'm looking at things in a different way. Instead of looking at the pain that I have in the situation, I'm looking at what it is that I want to create for myself. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. I want to create, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups and 10 of Cups. I want to create some happiness, perhaps, that you had in the past, but you have lost for some reason. It's not here. It's understanding, okay, wait a minute. If I want to manifest all of this cups, all of this lovely energy, right? I can't concentrate on what I've lost. I have to concentrate on what it is that I want in my life. It changes the whole way that you manifest. It changes your vibration. So when you're vibrating at a higher level, you will attract in people and situations at the higher level. Sometimes we do have to almost like fake it till you make it. Turn on that music and dance, even though you may not really feel like it. But if you get past like the first 30 seconds, then you start feeling like, okay. And then the minute, and then 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes. And before you know it, your energy level has changed. You may want to even do that a couple of times or several times a day, right? It's not like, okay, I'm going to take one bath or go sit down by the lake one time. I'm doing this on a daily basis in order to help raise my vibration and to wash away the negative energy of something that has happened or is around you at this time. I had a toxic job once. It was a really toxic situation. And, you know, I was a teacher, so I had to finish out the contract year. And it wasn't the students or anything like that. There were some changes in the school, and it really changed the whole environment of the workplace. It wasn't just me, you know, but it was this energy where every day when I left, I felt like that, right? That I can resonate. That is a very difficult energy. It's like, how am I going to get up and go back there the next day? And then on top of that, right, be happy and positive for the students that I teach, right? It was just like this difficult situation. So I really got into the practice of, okay, what do I have to do when I'm not at that school? What do I have to do for myself? How do I build a protective bubble around myself so that this kind of like this type of energy, when it comes in, it just bounces off your bubble, right? The only way you can do it, you can't change the external. All you can do is change how you show up, putting this, you know, beautiful bubble around yourself. It's about cleansing off that negative energy, but then also having rituals or imagining, you know, meditating, envisioning this, you know, bubble, you know, beautiful bubble around you. You're protected. Nothing can get in towards you. And that really did help. It just changed me. It allowed me to show up in a more positive energy, right? Because I could not change the external. That I could not change. So to put time and energy into trying to change that would have even depleted my energy more. It was really about, how can I help myself, right? How can I show up in my best light every single day? And I realized it was actually, to be honest, it was one of the situations that really helped me to build some good spiritual practices. I was almost forced into it, right? And it could be the same for you. It's kind of like, okay, you know, maybe you've gotten by. You haven't had to have those really good self-care practices up to this point. And now you're in a situation where it's kind of like you realize, okay, I have to put a lot of effort into that. Just to get through whatever it is, or to have the energy to move on to something new. All right. Well, I do send you much love and hugs. So let's pull a soul truth card here, Leo. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. All right. Am I focused on what I want most? Once again, are you focused on what is going wrong? Because I can relate to that. When I was going through my situation, it was like, I was just kind of like, this is, you know, I was just reliving this, everything that was going wrong and focusing on that instead of focusing on, okay, I can't change that, right? You can't change it. The only thing you can do is change yourself and your mindset about what is happening around you. All right, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. What you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on what is going wrong in your life, or focusing on how other people are, you know, toxic, or bringing you down, or your life down, or making things miserable for you, that's what you're going to get more of, right? So what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make some adjustments and prioritize? That is that Seven of Wands energy, right? You're in it for a marathon. I feel like this is a situation, that maybe you can't leave at this time. So understanding, okay, I had a contract. I could not leave. I guess I could have broken it, but I wouldn't. I'm not that type of person. I had to see it through to the end of the year, right? But it's also about, okay, I have to reassess this situation. It wasn't the way that it started. The year started out great and things changed, okay? So now I have to reassess. How am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this marathon? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. For some of you, you could be taking care of a family member that's ill, right? So that energy of being a caregiver, I've done that before too, and that can be very depleting because you're giving to somebody that really maybe can't give anything back. So it's very depleting. It's about asking yourself, what am I focusing on? What is good about this situation? Am I taking good care of myself? Where can I ask for help? And focusing on that instead of, the depleting energy that is around you. All right. Well, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light. Please be kind and gentle with yourself as you're going through this. And I'll keep you in my thoughts and my prayers. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.